Welcome to the Anxiety Connection. If you've ever struggled with anxiety and are ready to finally get some answers, you've come to the right place. Hi, my name is Wendy Leeds, and I've suffered with anxiety my entire life. Thankfully, I'm also a psychotherapist, and over the years, I've learned a lot about anxiety, where it comes from, and how to manage it. That's what this podcast is all about. So, let's grab a cup of tea and talk about it. Do you ever have days when just getting out of bed sounds like the hardest thing you've ever done? Me too. When I was undergoing treatment for leukemia, there were days I was so tired and anxious. I dreaded getting out of bed and everything else that followed. Maybe you can relate. Anyway, I remember one morning driving to work, wondering how I was going to get through the day. I love being a therapist, but it can be really intense and demanding and exhausting work. Anyway, I remembered that day, hanging my coat on the rack by the door and heading for my office, asking myself, all right, Wendy, how do you plan to get through this one? I stopped in the restroom, and there on the wall was the answer. There was a sign in there that said, just breathe. That's all. Nothing fancy, but so profound and exactly what I needed in that moment to calm my worries and fears. Just breathe. And that's exactly what I did. I took a deep breath, and as I focused on my breath, I felt my body relax, and a sense of peace came over me. Not only did that simple idea of just breathing get me through that day, it's continued to get me through a whole lot of other anxious times ever since. Today, that's what I'm going to talk about. Ways we can use our breath to ease our anxiety. But this is not going to be a rehash of the same old, just breathe deep and relax that you've heard before. Today, I'm going to get specific about how we breathe, how our breath works in our body, which is really powerful. Once you know that, it's going to change the way you breathe for the rest of your life. I'm going to share the latest breathing techniques, new techniques that take the simple act of breathing to a whole new level. These techniques work to ease short and long-term anxiety. And if you suffer from insomnia the way I do, I'm going to talk about the breath to use to ease that insomnia. And I'm going to throw in a great little trick I just learned for helping us to fall asleep more easily. It's not about breathing, but I just cannot wait to share it with you. I love it so much. I'm going to end with the most beautiful calming breath I know. This is a wonderful breath. It's easy to do, and when I use it consistently, for me, it is a real game changer. I think it may be my favorite breath, but I don't think I'm supposed to have a favorite. Anyway, as an aside, if you're interested in reading more about other breathing techniques you can use to help with anxiety, to ease panic, and even for those low energy days, I have a whole chapter on breathing in my new book, Calm and Sense, A Woman's Guide to Living Anxiety-Free, which is coming soon. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to share it with you. Anyway, it is filled with information, way too much to squeeze in here. So just know it's coming soon. I cannot wait. Anyway, let's get back to the basics. We breathe about 2,000 times a day, whether we think about it or not. When you get up in the morning, you don't have to think, I need to breathe in, I need to breathe out. Just the way you don't have to think, I need to beat that heart, or I need to digest my food. Your body does all those things for you automatically. But breathing is different from all those other automatic functions because we can take control of our breath anytime we choose. Go ahead, take a breath in and breathe out. See? You can choose to control your breath anytime you want. Not only can you control your breath, you can also control how you breathe. And when you change the way you breathe, you change the way your body functions, as well as how you think and how you feel. Our breath is literally a bridge that connects our body, our minds, and our emotions. And for centuries, since the dawn of time, people have known how powerful our breath is. From those early days, they used their breath to meditate or to find the stillness within. And today, with all the stresses and challenges in our lives, finding that calm in the middle of the chaos is more important than ever, especially if you're anxious the way I am. So let's take a look at how you breathe. Go ahead, breathe in. Notice how that breath feels in your body. What part of you expands as you inhale? Now exhale and notice what happens. If you're like most of us, you felt your chest rise on your inhale and you felt that chest fall as you exhaled. If so, you're using your chest muscles to breathe, and not surprisingly, that's called chest breathing. It's shallow, rapid way of breathing that most of us use, as we hurry through our daily lives. We're not thinking about our breathing. We just use this chest breathing to get us through. It's perfect when you're exercising or in an emergency, but it's not the most efficient or effective way to get oxygen into your lungs or your body. And long-term, chest breathing causes your body to tense up and it makes you anxious. And if you're already anxious, like me, it can make you even more anxious. Great. So, if chest breathing makes us more anxious, what breath works to calm our anxiety? That breath is called diaphragmatic breathing, or I like to call it belly breathing. It's just easier. This breath can slow your heart rate, soothe panic, and it eases anxiety. It's how babies breathe. If you've ever watched a baby breathe, you can see their belly rises as they breathe in and falls as they breathe out. It is a natural way our body wants us to breathe. I've been using this belly breath, talking about this breath, and sharing this breath for years. But recently, I've learned there's an important part of this breath that I had never heard of. And I'm so excited to share this new information on how to make this traditional breath even more effective. And I want to show you how it all works. So let's do this together. All right. Begin by sitting up straight. Good posture allows your lungs to expand in a way that allows you to take in as much air as possible. If it's safe for you to do so, if you're not driving or otherwise occupied, put a hand over your belly and let that belly soften under your hand. Just let those muscles go. Now, as you breathe in, let the air flow down into your belly and let your belly expand gently as if it was a balloon you were blowing up. Feel that belly rise under your hand. Now exhale and feel that belly balloon contract and your hand fall. That's belly breathing. But that may not be enough to relax you, because with your belly breath, you may not be moving your diaphragm. And that's what makes this breath work. Why? Because moving that diaphragm is what stimulates the vagus nerve, which connects the diaphragm directly to your brain. And it allows your diaphragm to send messages to the brain. They talk to each other. Now, let me just explain. I didn't know this. Your diaphragm is located between your belly and your rib cage. And when you breathe deep, it allows the diaphragm to say to the brain, hey, the breathing's slowed down here. Everything's easy. Nothing to worry about. Take it slow and easy. And both your brain and your body relax. but just moving your belly may not be enough to move your diaphragm. So it's important that you expand your rib cage as well to make sure you're moving that diaphragm and making it expand and contract. So let's do this together. Sit up straight. If it's safe for you to do so, put a hand over your belly and put a hand on your rib cage. Either side doesn't matter. Now, breathe in slowly. Feel your belly rise as you continue to inhale. Feel your ribs expand outward. Now, as you exhale, let your ribs pull back together and gently pull your belly button towards your spine. Now, this may feel a little awkward at first. I get it. We're not used to breathing like this. But I bet you'll find that doing this regularly will make a real difference in how you feel and cope with your fear and anxiety. So that's the full diaphragmatic breath, but we're not done yet. There's another technique you can use to make this breath even more effective. All right, we're going to do it together. And as we go through, I'm going to describe why this technique can make such a difference in easing anxiety. All right, let's sit up. Inhale deep into your belly, letting it balloon. Now inhale into your ribs. Feel the breath filling your lungs. Now, as you breathe in, did you notice your body tenses a little? And just keep breathing out as I talk. I want to talk about that inhale a little bit. Maybe as you breathe in, you noticing that your heart beats a little faster. That maybe you feel a little tense. That's because as you inhale, you're activating your sympathetic nervous system. And that sympathetic nervous system is sometimes called the fight or flight part of your autonomic system. I like to think of it as the gas pedal of your body. It calls your body to action. It says, hey, let's get busy. It makes you alert, more tense, and it makes your heart beat faster. And when you breathe in, you activate this get up and go part of your nervous system. All right. Now let's look at the exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. As you breathe out, can you feel your shoulders soften? Can you feel your whole body relax? That's because when you breathe out, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system. That parasympathetic nervous system is sometimes called the rest and digest system. I think of it as the brakes of your body. The parasympathetic nervous system calls on your body to rest. It slows you down. It slows the beat of your heart, and it eases your tension. So, follow me on this. If you focus on the exhale of your breath, you'll activate the calming part of your nervous system, and that eases your anxiety. So the longer and slower the exhale, the calmer you're going to feel. Now, this sounds very simple, but boy, is this powerful. So let's do this whole technique together, focusing on how your body tenses on the inhale and relaxes on the exhale. Okay, sit up straight, breathe deep into your belly. Now into your ribs. Now exhale slowly, gently. Notice how your shoulders are softening, lowering, and a sense of ease flows over you. As you keep breathing easily, keep your focus on the exhale and start to wonder how relaxed and peaceful your body can get. Now, not only does this kind of deep, focused breathing lower your heart rate, it helps ease the symptoms of chronic anxiety. And the more you use this breath, the calmer you'll feel as you go through your day. Not only that, this breath is great for insomnia. Practicing it before bed or even in bed, which I think is better, can help you fall asleep more quickly. So you want to make sure you include this in your nighttime routine if you have insomnia. But here's a wonderful little trick to make this breath even more effective. If you're like me and you lie awake nights going over and over the thing with your boss or worrying about that pain in your side, this helps. Begin by breathing deeply, then gently bring your focus to the tip of your nose and keep it there. Anytime one of those scary, hairy, negative thoughts intrude, just bring your focus back to the tip of your nose. If you want, you can notice how cool the air is in your nostrils as you breathe in and how warm it is when you breathe out. But just keep your focus on that nose. That's it. Simply breathe, focus, and relax your way to a good night's sleep. This brings me to the last breath I'm going to talk about today. And as I said, I love this breath. It's so easy to do, and it's really great for finding that peaceful place in your heart. It's called the rose and the candle, and I'm just going to describe it. Imagine you're holding a rose in one hand and a candle in the other. As you breathe in, imagine you lift that rose to your nose and inhale and smell the rose. As you exhale, lower the rose and bring that lit candle to your lips and gently blow until the flame flickers. You're not trying to blow it out. Just make the flame dance a little. All right, let's do it together. Sit up straight. If it's safe for you to do so, close your eyes. Imagine you have a beautiful rose in one hand. Can you picture it? What color is it? How does it feel in your hand? Now, imagine you have a lit candle in the other hand. Can you picture that? What color is that candle? How does it feel in your hand? All right, as you begin inhaling deeply, bring that rose up to your nose. Imagine you're smelling the sweet scent of that rose. Maybe that smell takes you to a beautiful summer garden. Can you feel the sun on your face? Can you hear a bird singing softly somewhere close by? As you begin to gently breathe out, lower the rose and lift that candle near your lips. Notice how that slender candle flame flickers and dances as you breathe out. Feel your shoulders relax, the tension leaving your body. Finally, feel a warm sense of ease flow through you, allowing you to be at peace. Do this breath anytime you're feeling anxious to restore a beautiful feeling of calm and peace to your life. So I hope you'll take all these breathing techniques with you as you head back into your life from our time together today. And I hope you'll use them all the time to help you deal with anxiety and stress. Because I know from personal experience, using these techniques can make such a difference in how you feel and how you handle your fears and anxiety. Anyway, as I said, if you're looking for more ideas and breathing techniques, my book, Common Sense, is full of ideas and great suggestions. It's coming out soon. And if you want to be sure to get your copy, and I so want you to have that copy, you want to go to wendyleeds.com. There's a waiting list. We'll make sure you're notified immediately as it comes out. And if by the time you're listening to this, the book's already out, even better. No waiting list. Just go straight to wendyleeds.com and get your copy. Either way, I hope you'll go ahead and get Common Sense. I think it will make a real difference for you. If you enjoyed this podcast, I would be so honored if you would leave me a review. And I would love to have you join the Anxiety Connection by subscribing. And until we're together again, I wish you peace, joy, and love.